Kathy Robinson Perko is here today with us, with her mother, our favorite Aunt Mary, and Kathy has some thoughts.
I am the, I don't know, you guys do this to me every time. I think I'm going to just be so funny and then you make me cry. Okay. This lady here is my mother, known affectionately by her brothers as Donovan's dog, because her hair was so wild when she was a kid that she looked like the Donovan's dog, so they called her that. Later, she was known affectionately by her nieces and nephews as Aunt Freak. And now to her grandchildren, she's known as Muddy. Anyway, you guys do this to me. I hate you for this. Anyway.
Well.
You want to say something?
Quick round. Yes.
Okay, quick round and shape up. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I take lots of credit.
Here, into the microphone. Mom.
I was one that raised some kids and I kept them all out of jail. Nowadays, that's the job.
It was then too, but we managed.
We managed, and now that we're here, and I'd like to say something sensible, I think these gatherings are just great. And I'm one of the old ones. I'm not, you might think I'm going to live forever, but I'm not. I just look that way. But anyway, I hope that you younger ones that are here will keep up the good work and have these meetings, and we'll always be glad. And God love all of you, and stay sober and say your prayers.
Some of the things, some of the memories that have crowded my vision in the last few days are hysterical and wonderful. One of the memories I have the most, I don't know why this came to mind, but my Uncle Bill, my mother's favorite brother, I think, that she and he were so close, had a real problem with his son Bob. When Bob was going to the junior prom, and I don't know why, I was in Yankton at that time, but I was, and Bob had ordered and charged to his dad purple roses for his date. And when I arrived, Uncle Bob was on the phone talking to the floor saying, Jesus Christ, purple roses. I remember it well, and that was around the same time, I think, that Aunt Mary Donahoe had a pet squirrel. Someone had run over the squirrel in the squirrel nest in the field, and they brought home a squirrel. And I'd never known anyone that had a pet squirrel. And Bob and Betty had the pet squirrel playing the piano. They'd have it running up and down the piano keys, you know. And Bob said that she was the best musician they had, and Jack took exception to that. And the squirrel later, I walked into the house, and Aunt Mary was in tears. And I said, what happened, Aunt Mary? And she said, well, you know, as rodents like to do, they run in circles, and the thing that that squirrel liked to do best was run on the toilet seat, and he drowned in the toilet. Some of the memories are just hysterical, and I was telling Angela, the one memory I have the most of Angela as a young person was her wedding picture as she and Danny were leaving the church. Angela so short and Danny so tall, and right above Angela's face was a large sign that said, "Give to the poor." This, I'd like to introduce to you my only nephew. This is John Andrew Perko. John Andrew Robinson, and we call him Andy. And both of us would like to wish you all the Irish blessing. So, all right. May the room rise to meet you. May the wind be ever at your back. May the sun shine brightly on your face. And may the rains fall gently on your fields. And till we meet again, may the good Lord hold you in the palm of his hand.
When I wrote you the invitation to come here, I said that this, among other reasons, was a reunion to acknowledge the publication of the book, The Nunda Irish by Bill MacDonald, and the essays by Thomas Lyons. So to properly acknowledge this moment, my brother Frank is going to come here.
It's very sudden on this rug, Kathy. You promised last night you weren't going to fall again, and you did.
Now, where would we be without the gift of tears, I asked you?
There are a couple of acknowledgments, and I'm going to be very brief with this, relative to the Nunda Irish by Bill MacDonald, because there's nothing I can say as well as he said. And I thought it would only be fitting that we give him a little something to remember this. Do all of you know what whiskey means? I mean, do you all speak Gaelic? You do speak Gaelic. You say one word in Gaelic. It's whiskey. It means water of life. And with that in mind, we have here a bottle of the water of life, Bushmilk. Now you certainly, for Bill MacDonald, now you certainly would assume that an Irishman would know how to drink whiskey without instructions, but they have a few instructions. It's called the Owner's Manual for Bushmills. It says you have wisely selected Bushmills, the unique imported whiskey from the world's oldest distillery. To ensure maximum enjoyment from your new bottle of Bushmills, be sure to follow these directions. Open the bottle by removing the cap, pour Bushmills into a glass over rock, slip slowly. Optional uses, repeat the above steps. How to maintain, check liquid level frequently. When liquid level reaches midway point, on label, replenish. And they have a required warning, one sip of Bushmills is likely to turn anyone into a friend. Use with discretion as you share this product. Guarantee, this product is guaranteed to deliver drinking pleasure for as long as there is Bushmills in the bottle. So, Bill, I think, speaking for myself and everybody else, was a fantastic effort to have created this book. It was not only a chronicle of the family, but it was truly professional. And with that in mind, we would like to present you with this little token of our... And I think that last night we had such a wonderful time on the farm that I was raised on that Pat and Pearl should be remembered. And I believe that your taste is a little more toward the American product, so with that in mind, we have a bottle of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Sour Mash. And it does have instructions, but as I remember your habits, you don't need any. So we really had a grand time. The farm looked like $1 million after taxes, and you presided over the affair with a great air. So with that in mind, think of us when you drink this.
Well, it's time now for the collection plate to be passed. And, my nephew, Will, some of you said, where's that strong nephew of yours? And I believe he's here with a pail. Is Will back there? I asked my good-looking and strong nephew, Will, who's the son of my brother Jack and Margaret Lyons, to pass a hat to pay for the incidental expenses of this reunion, which are printing, postage, and my airfare from Boston. You are to contribute about $3 a head for everyone over age 18. In here, if a $3 bill of 5 is acceptable, but we can't make change. Will is the quality control supervisor for Citibank in Sioux Falls, and he's also a paramedic. He's very good at encouraging people to give money or blood. And he got an early start in the world at work at his Uncle Pat's farm. As you know, good help is very hard to get on a farm. So at an earlier time, Pat was quite pleased when Will came down to help out. Pat took him out to the barn, harnessed up the horses to plow the fields, and he went with Will to the field which he was to plow. Will said, "How shall I plow?" There was a hog at the other end of the field, and Pat pointed across the field, and he said, "Plow all the way to the hog and back." So Pat went about his business, and he noticed in the late afternoon that Will had returned the horses to the barn. So Pat asked him in his skillful manner, "Is there still much to be plowed, Will?" And Will said, "It all depends on how far that hog will go." So Will has a minnow bucket. And so while Will is taking the collection, we have a special award here. By my Aunt Alice, who is going, this is the part of the program called acknowledgments and awards.
First off, I want to apologize because I'm not really Irish. I'm Irish by pollution. And all of you Irish that's been here today and heard so much wonderful things about you, you'll have to keep in mind that out of all this group there might be a coop or two. And there are 2 coops here, and that's Bob Lyons and myself. And for you that were out at the farm yesterday, you probably know that he and I have 2 small kids. And they were seen running around the farm chasing cats. And the only reason they were there is that we couldn't find a babysitter. But when we came here, we found several real good babysitters, and that's where the kids are now. So anyway, the best babysitters in South Dakota are right here in Yankton. Derek Lyons and his father. And I would like Derek to come up here. I'd like to present him with a little token of appreciation. Derek, I know you're here because I've been watching you. A few weeks ago, WNAX were giving out prizes. Whatever, I don't know, I signed up for it and I won. And it is a baseball for the Cubs. And I know that Bob and I, at our age and various reasons, we don't appreciate this too much. But since you are the best babysitter in South Dakota, I thought you would like to have this. But there are a couple of strings attached.